Today's one of them days where you try to get caught up on all the little projects you didn't get done during the week. I'm gonna go down here and fill up this wheelbarrow with all the little projects I want to get accomplished today. I guess you could say I got a hodgepodge of things to do today. Makes me feel just a little bit overwhelmed. Yeah, this is my project list for the day. Y'all stay tuned and we'll try to get everything done. Sorry if there's a little glare. Sun's starting to come up. I'm going to start off by giving this tire a paint job. Then I'll come back and explain a little bit more about it later. Finally found what I think is going to be a good use for one of my tires that I had laying around here. This come off the old pop-up camper. I'm going to give this a chance to dry, and I'll come back and paint the other side, then we'll explain what this is all about. If you've seen my video last Sunday, you're aware that I did pick up some little piglets. They're doing good. I do anticipate having a fly problem, so I picked up a big bag fly trap. I'm gonna get that hung up here in this tree, and if it works out okay, I'll get a few more and spread them around the pig pen. I need to start by putting some string up in this tree to hold that fly trap. Have I mentioned that I'm standing in a sticker bush? So the instructions say to cut the top, a little piece of plastic off the top of this bag, and pop this centerpiece out. I noticed earlier that it says it contains sugar and whole egg yolks. Go cut this off. I don't know how much string I'm gonna need. If this looks like it's going to work out good, I'll hang up 2 or 3 more of them around here. This is the main reason I don't like to raise pigs in the summertime, just because of the flies. Don't have that problem in the late fall and winter time. What it says is to get it hung up, I'm going to fill the bag with water up to this line right here. Just so happens I have a little bit of water. I don't know if I have enough water to fill it up, but we'll give it a shot. Okay. we go. We'll see how that does. It works out good. Say we'll put a few more around here. So the paint's had time to dry. I flipped that tire over. We're gonna paint the other side. And while it's drying, we'll knock something else off my list. And we'll come back to this one. All right. Okay, we'll give this a chance to dry. Then we'll revisit this tire project. Let's see what other goodies we got in here. Got a couple tarps, some bungee cords. Guess we'll knock that out and hopefully scratch it off the list. So I'm gonna need a tarp, package of bungee cords, and I knew I had a pair of scissors. We'll take these and this chair I got hiding over here. We'll do some work on these tires right here. So I sure could use a few more buckets around the homestead. They come in awful handy. If y'all have any ideas where I can pick up a bucket for cheap, let me know down in the comments below. I appreciate it. So a while back, y'all watched me clean up this old trailer, preserve the wood with a coat of used motor oil, and I put some new tires on it. What I want to try to do today is protect those tires from sun damage. So what I'm going to attempt to do is cut this tarp in half and use half on each side to cover the tires. What I don't know is if this tarp is going to start fraying after I cut it. Don't know if I need to take it in the house and sew it back together, sew the edges up, or what, but we're going to wing it. One tarp to two tarps. So this is the basic idea, how to keep the sun off of them. If they'll last me a little longer. I've replaced a lot of tires due to sun damage. Somehow I need to take these tarps and secure them with these bungee cords. Is my first idea. Not sure how well that's going to work out. Tuck this tarp down behind that tire. Now I just need to find a place to catch these bungee cords. Okay, so what I ended up doing was attaching a couple of these bungee cords together to make it longer. And I've got one attached here to this corner, and then behind the tire it runs all the way down this other corner. So best looking thing I've ever built, but I think it'll do. Now I just need to do the other side and the 2 sets of tires on the other stock trailer. I do want to take a second to mention that I've got about $25 invested in the 2 tarps and the 2 packs of bungee cords. That's really cheap to cover up 4 sets of tires and wheels, protect them. I've seen tire covers that cost more than that just for one. I'm going to cover up this other set of tires real quick, but I'm not going to bore you with the details of it. You see me do one of them. But I do see a locust right here, or cicada, whatever you want to call him. He's still soft-shelled. He ain't been out of his shell very long. I don't know if y'all seen the warning earlier on TV. They were talking about the crustacean allergens that are in these locusts. So I just wanted y'all to be aware that if you're going to feed your guests any cicadas or locusts, just be sure that they don't have any crustacean allergens. Let's revisit that tire I've been painting on. It's had plenty of time to dry. Woo-wee! Good looking tire covers. Alright. Seems like I'm stuck on this little tire project. Let's see if we can't knock it out of the way. The wheelbarrow's getting empty. Let's grab this little rake. Head over to the problem area. If y'all been following my channel, you might remember this tree I planted. I don't know if you can see it in the picture right here. This little tree my youngest daughter gave me. I put a lot of mulch around it, but chickens do what chickens do best. They like scratching around and foraging, so they keep spreading that mulch out just as fast as I can rake it back up. So I'm going to take this little tire that I painted today, and I'm going to lay it over the top of this tree. Keep them from scratching that mulch out, or try to keep them. They might get in there and get her out anyway. I don't think that tree's going to grow so fast that it's going to grow up inside this tire anytime soon. So, that's the idea. I've been lucky enough not to hit it with the weed eater or the mower, so this will give me a little protection too. I think it's pretty good use for an old tire that's not needed anymore. I got plenty more of them I got to find something to do with, but that's one more thing off the list. Well, we're down to the last item in the wheelbarrow, and we'll have an empty wheelbarrow. Then we can start on the stuff that would not fit in here. So one of my security cameras have caught a few critters sneaking around out here after dark. I don't think they'll ever break into the chicken palace, but I'd like to discourage these critters from coming around. What I've done is I've picked up a motion detected solar street light. Advertised as 5,000 lumen. I think everybody's familiar with who sells the Hyper Tough brand. I spent about 50 bucks on it. I'm going to put it up here on the very peak of the roof, spread some light out here. When it's activated, maybe that'll scare off these critters. If not, I may be forced to put a few box traps out here. I just don't like the idea of having traps out here when I've got small dogs that tend to come out here a lot during the night as well. So, that being said, let's get this thing hung up. Let's unpack this real quick and see what we're dealing with. Wouldn't you know it? Seems like every time you buy something, it's got this packing material in here that serves no purpose. there's the LED lights and solar panel on the back. We've got an adjustable mount here. That seems easy enough. Let's get it hung up and we'll come back later. We'll come back later tonight and take a look at it, see how it's doing. So this looks like a pretty easy installation. All it requires is 2 screws. They come with Phillips head screws, but you know, we don't use those around the homestead. We use the star bits. On the end of the light fixture, there's a wing nut that holds the mount on it. It's actually adjustable, so you can rotate the solar panel and light any direction you want. You got to remove this wing nut in order to slide the mount apart, so you can attach it to whatever surface you want. So that slides off. Got a couple star screws in the pocket. So we'll put this wing nut back on here to secure the solar panel to the mount itself. As you can see, it's adjustable. We can turn this in any direction we want. I think what I'm going to do is face it upward just slightly. Maybe that'll shed any water off that may land on it. Here's the actual motion detector. The LED lights, I noticed, are a little bit movable. I'll shine one outward a little bit and keep this other one pointing straight down. There's an on and off switch here. The unit is now turned on. So we'll come back tonight after dark and check on this and see what we think about it. Now that I got the wheelbarrow emptied out, I'm going to clean out these nest boxes. Put some new straw in there. A couple of girls have been to work already. I think it's important to change the straw out quite often. Gets a lot of dust build up in it, a lot of dirt off them chickens. I do have one chicken. She's a newer one to the flock. She's got some kind of handicap. I'm not sure what to describe it. She's a hunchback. She's had that hunch on her back ever since she was a chick. And there's the egg over here. She seems to be having a little trouble flying up on the roost. So what she does, she'll sleep in one of these nest boxes. She's a little bit smaller than the rest of the chickens, but she looks funny. But she seems to be growing, and you know, she's doing okay. Boy, this box here was really dusty. This one over here in the corner is the one that that chicken likes to sleep in, so of course there's some manure in there. Let me get this wheelbarrow out of the way and I'll grab me some more straw. Well, look at there. Grab the camera. I guess it was bound to happen at some point. Over here in my straw, the chicken laid an egg. Guess that'll work. So anyway, I'm gonna grab some fresh straw, fill these back up, and move on along. Get this egg out of the way. Most of the eggs that I find are in this nest box right here, which is actually, I built it for the bantams. It's in the bantams coop. But bantams aren't laying right now. But the big chickens prefer it over the other nest box. I think it's just a little bit more secluded. All right, one more thing off the list. Let's carry on to the next thing. I need to check the chicken's water. Haven't done that yet today. Yeah, it's got some in it, but it wouldn't hurt to be refilled. Having this rain barrel right here is really convenient. Don't have to walk very far to get water. Well, that's filling up. I'm going to grab the other water that's in here. It's almost empty. They went through a lot of water since yesterday. To be honest, we haven't had any rainfall in quite a while. A few days ago, I actually had to take the water hose and add some water to the rain barrel. like they have plenty of feed, so I think that'll wrap up that portion. That's about everything I had planned for today. I want to check out this fly trap real quick. Hadn't been hanging here very long, and it's covered in flies. It's actually got a thick layer of flies on the inside. Boy, that didn't take long. So I think I'm at a good place to pause this video. We'll come back after dark and check out the security light that I installed and give my opinion on it. So it's 9 o'clock. It's dark. Let's walk out by the chicken palace and see if that motion detector street light comes on. Okay. Now that's the light there, boys. I think it does a good job of lighting up the area. What do y'all think? Think that's enough to deter any critters from coming up here, scaring them off? I'd like to thank y'all for joining me today at the It'll Do Homestead. I had a lot of fun putting this video together for you. I hope y'all enjoyed it as well. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and y'all be the first to be notified when I put out a new video.